Hey there, aspiring homeowners, and welcome back to segment 4 of our 6-part real estate series, I Don't Need No Stinkin' Realtor. Today's episode is all about types of contract contingencies and their associated deadlines. We're focusing on what you, as a savvy buyer without an agent, need to know to keep yourself protected and things on track. Let's dive right in. All right, let's talk contingencies and deadlines. First up, the contract and earnest money deposit deadline. Now, depending on how you presented your offer, a formal purchase and sales agreement, also known as a P&S, may need to be drafted for signature once your offer is accepted, or the original contract may need adjustments before it can be signed by all parties. This finalized P&S needs to be signed as soon as possible and your earnest money deposit delivered in order to officially seal the deal. The P&S will include a specific time frame that your earnest money deposit must be delivered within. Without these two pieces being completed, you're technically not buying anything. So your sense of urgency really needs to be on point here. Now, depending on what you've negotiated, you've got the inspection period deadline next. Understand that this deadline means that you must have your inspections completed and any requests fully negotiated by this date. Not that you just need to have your request to the seller by the date listed. This is a huge mistake that will cost you if you're not paying attention. Missing this contingency date can leave you obligated to buy a house with problems you don't want to deal with or risk losing your earnest money deposit. That being said, make sure you use your time wisely here and get your inspections scheduled immediately. Realize that you're not just coordinating inspectors here. If the seller still lives in the home, then your appointments will also need to work with their and their realtor's schedules, and it can take a day or two to receive reports back from some inspectors. It should be obvious at this point that it's essential to use this time wisely so you can uncover any potential issues and make informed decisions about your purchase. Next up, money matters. Let's tackle the loan application and finance contingency deadlines. If you're obtaining financing for your home purchase, you'll need to submit your loan application by a certain date listed within your contract shortly after signing your P&S. Missing this could throw a wrench in your plans, so ensure your loan application is submitted on time. Your mortgage contingency deadline will come closer to closing day and is typically the last contingency you have protecting your earnest money deposit before your closing. Your mortgage lender will provide a mortgage commitment letter by this date showing that you have been fully approved for your mortgage, and it's your job to make sure you reach this milestone so that you can communicate accordingly with the seller and their realtor. Lastly, the less frequent but equally important outliers, the home sale contingency and seller suitable housing contingency. If you've negotiated your purchase to be subject to selling your current home, or the seller negotiated having the right to secure their next home before selling their current home to you, there will be an addendum to your P&S outlining the specifics of the arrangements everyone has agreed to. These dates and deadlines are super important to keep track of because half of the equation to you getting to a closing table is now somewhat out of your control. In these situations, you want to plan on over-communicating with all parties involved. Understanding these essential contingencies is key to navigating the home buying process successfully. By staying organized and proactive, you can ensure that you meet all deadlines and keep your transaction on track. Next, we'll go through each contingency in more detail so that you're well-versed and ready once you've found the one. If you have more questions, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for episode 2 of segment 4, where we'll dive deeper into the financing contingency and how to make sure you nail your deadline. Until then, happy house hunting.